Okay, here we go on lesson 8.4a notes. Okay, we're going to be talking about the geometric mean. So, let me get a good color going here. Let's go with light green. So the geometric mean, it's a positive number such that a over x is equal to x over b. So these right here, those are the means. Okay. So I already did one of these, and then I'm going to do one with you, but if I was asked to find the geometric mean, if I was asked to find the geometric mean of 2 and 8, well, I'm looking at 2 and 8 over here. I'm going to put 2 over x equals x over 8. Okay? So that's all we do. We put the 2 on the top and the 8 on the bottom on the other side, and x is in the middle. We're trying to find the means. So we're trying to find those means. So when I do that, I'm going to cross multiply right here. All right, I get x squared equals 2 times 8, which is 16. Then I have to take the square root of 16 because I take the square root of both sides and I get x is 4. So I'm going to do number 2 right now. So number 2, the geometric mean, I want to find the geometric mean of 4 and 18. So 4 goes on the top over x equals x over 18. That's all we do to set it up. Now we're going to cross multiply. Okay, we're going to do our cross product. So I get x squared equals 4 times 18. 4 times 18 is 72. I'm going to write it up here. Whoops. So I get x squared equals 72. Well, then I want to take the square root of both sides to get x by itself. So I'm going to take the square root of that side, square root of that side. I get x equals the square root of 72. Well, we got to break that down. We've done that before, and that's going to be 6 root 2. Okay? That's going to be my answer. I break 72 down. Okay, that's the geometric mean. So we're going to use that, but now we're going to be able to find, here's some examples of a geometric mean. So we have 3 different situations we're going to talk about. This first one, when we're kind of the altitude rule. Okay, when we're looking for this altitude, if the variable was x, where the altitude is, okay, and I was given a segment and a segment, we do what we call the horseshoe method. And the horseshoe method looks like this. Looks like a horseshoe. Looks like a horseshoe, okay? Around the corner method, or leg rule, okay? If my variable was in a leg, okay, and I'm given one of the segments and I'm given the whole big part, okay, this whole hypotenuse. Around the corner means I'm going to start here, I'm going to go around and here. And we don't know what that means yet, but I'm going to show you. So let me go back to that horseshoe rule. If I was over here, what this means is I start with the segment, and that's over the altitude. So I start with the segment over the altitude, and then I put the altitude again, altitude over the segment. So I start here, and I go down here. Okay? This leg rule. Okay, the leg rule. What that means is I start with the around the corner piece. I go to the leg is going to be the geometric mean, and then I go to the hypotenuse. Why does this keep erasing? Okay, so that would mean around the corner, I'm going to say AC for that, over x equals x over the hypotenuse. Okay, now we're going to get some examples with this, so just pay attention here. I'm going to do one more. It's basically a leg rule again, it's just the other leg. So if my variable is here, I go around this and I end here. So I would say AC around the corner piece right here, this piece over the leg equals the leg over the hypotenuse. Okay, let's do some examples and we'll show you how easy this can be. Okay, I'm looking for the hypotenuse. I'm looking for the altitude, I'm sorry. So I'm going to do my horseshoe method. I'm going to start with 8, I'm going to go to the x, and I'm going to go to the 4. It looks like a horseshoe. So I go 8 over x equals x over 4. I started with 8, I went up here, and then down. Now we do our cross product, okay? So I'm just going to go right over to here, and I would say x squared equals 32. 8 times 4. X equals square root of 32. And when we simplify that, square root of 32 is 4 root 2. That's simplified. Remember, we did square root of 32, broke it down into 2 times 16, 16 into 4 times 4. I break out those two 4s. That's how I got that. Okay? So let's do a couple more. So that was the altitude. Here I'm looking for this segment. I still have an altitude though, okay? My variable is down here, it's in the segment, but it's not in the leg. So I can still use the horseshoe method, okay? So I start with 8. I'll write an 8 over. I'm coming up here to over 2. And then I have to put the 2 back up here. And I go over x. Okay, that's my horseshoe. Okay? So when I do that, I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to do it on the side here. I get 8x equals 4. X equals 4 over 8, which is 1/2. Okay? So that's still the horseshoe method because I have an altitude. If they're giving me an altitude, I use the horseshoe method. Okay? Let's go right here. Now look, they give me a segment, but I'm looking for this leg now. When I'm looking for the leg, I'm going to use that leg method around the corner. I start with the 2. So I start with 2. I go to x over x equals x. Geometric mean is always the same, and this bottom is always the same as the top. I go x. Come on, pen. And I go all the way down to the 10. That's around the corner. So I start with the 2 right here, go to the x, and then around. So I get x squared equals 20. Go up here, I'm going to say x equals the square root of 20, which when we simplify this, why my pen's not working, square root of 20 simplified is going to be 2 root 5. Okay? Video is going to end here. I'm going to pick up on number 6.